Good afternoon. The purpose of today's tutorial is to go over a web page that's labeled oursuperpowers.com and to talk about a movement that's called Change the Name of Farmington. So we're going to go into the web page as well as the Facebook page. Now I need just a few moments to figure out how to share the screen. So forgive these little technical glitches, but we should all be able to see the same screen soon. Thank you for your patience. Let's first visit the web page or the Facebook page. The slogan is today where we want to shift from the past. We want to shift from the past where the privileged class holds all the wealth, power, and prestige to a model of shared wealth, power, and prestige. And this is known as the principle of utilitarianism, which would be defined as the greatest good for the greatest many. And we will explore later why this is a better model versus a trickle-down model that's top-heavy. You've heard a lot of talk about the 1%ers versus the 99%ers, and this holds true for this movement and many social justice movements. Now I will limit the use of the word That is my goal for this broadcast. So why change the name of Farmington, New Mexico? We're going to get into that real shortly. The campaign is about creating jobs in the Four Corners area, boosting economic development, and decreasing misery or reducing poverty, and doing all of this without oil and gas over-reliance. Now, it is felt that there's nothing wrong, inherently evil or wrong with oil and gas industry. It's the idea of being solely reliant on an industry that leads to areas of concern. And we have historical precedents that this is true. If you look at New Mexico and Colorado in general, or many towns throughout the history of the world, if there were reliance on gold or a vein of gold, once that gold was no longer available, oftentimes the town turned into a ghost town. Same holds true for silver mining or copper mining or coal mining, and there are over 100 ghost towns in New Mexico alone. So learning from history, we don't want to see that happen at the Four Corners. The reason we're going through the Facebook page is because, as everyone knows right now, Facebook is now the second most visited web page next to Google. It has over 1.6 billion users, and the average time of engagement is up to 4 hours a day. As we all shift away from our televisions and from print media and radio to social media, we felt it would be smart to take our campaign to social media just to see and test the waters if there are any, if we're getting any traction. So it's not the name change as much as it is those three talking points to create jobs, boost economic development, and reduce poverty in the Four Corners area. So we had a post and we captured those talking points, and if you can see here, there was 19,688 people reached with that message. And we could see as I scroll down further that 365 people liked the post and 45 people shared it. The power of someone sharing it is then, if they have 2,000 or 3,000 friends times 45 times, now we're looking at a metric of 135,000 people. So it's the exponential power versus just reaching one person at a time. And similarly, we had the same sort of success when we showed a picture of the Toe Top Theater, and I think subliminally we were trying to say maybe this would be a better name, as it means between the rivers. Now let's go to the change the name of Farmington webpage itself. We start with an introduction that just talks about what sort of things happen to create the situation that we're in now, where the existing ruling class lives in luxury while most people live in misery. Hi, Soren. Soren, be quiet. Daddy's doing a little bit of what's called a tutorial. You can have a snack. We set this up as Farmington suffering from economic recession, and then go into why that is. And then we speak a little bit about the modalities to come out of the recession. So why a name change? So you click on name change, and you see that a name change would refresh the town's image, create positive publicity, and encourage more diversity. So we're trying to move away from values such as exclusion into a culture of inclusion, and similarly, where there is secrecy, we would want to see transparency, and where there is alienation, we'd want to see inclusion versus compartmentalization. Then we go into one of our areas to attract industry is, we'll do this at another time.